Hello.
Good morning. Well, here it's morning.
Here it's evening. Hello. How are
Hello.
you?
So how are you?
I'm fine. My I'm called Katushabe Jackie, aka Ket Kat. I want to take this opportunity to thank
Wait, 1 second.
Executive Director.
One second. Miranda, are we live? Okay, so we're live. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting you.
Oh, no problem. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Executive Director of Stonewall, Dr. Robert. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. I've been talking to you a couple of months about the situation we are going through here as we are in a Kakuma refugee camp. I want to thank Mother Judy for giving us this opportunity to, and all the cabinet members of Stonewall. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to listen to our problems we are facing here in Kakuma refugee camp as Kuya family. I want to take this chance once again to say this to the whole world and whoever is listening to this, please, we are not here to ask for money, and we don't want any fund, any money, any donation from you people. What we want is advocacy. We don't want money. What we want is advocacy. We want you guys to help us, advocate for us, do whatever it takes to see that we are out of this place. This place is a dead zone. As you can see the background, these are the people we have lost so far. These are the people we have lost so far. We are still losing, and some are not here. We have lost our friends. We have gone through a lot. We are facing challenges. We are facing a lot. That's why we have come out to say no. We need advocacy to get out from this place. We don't need the money. And the Dr. Robert, please, I'm asking you this. I know people are going to come to inbox you about in the name of GoFunds, support, asking you of money. Please and please don't accept that person. Just block that person. That person is not part of us. That person is not part of us. We don't know that person. What we want is advocacy. We don't need the money. We don't need any support. What we want, the support we want is advocacy to see that we are out of this place. You do whatever it takes to see that we are out of this place. Thank you. As you're going to hear from my sisters and brothers here. Yeah.
Can you tell us how you got there to begin with? What made it so that you ended up in Kenya?
We came because of persecution from our country. I'm from Uganda. I ran out because of persecution, because of my sexual orientation. I'm a lesbian, and what they got to know, as you know, Uganda don't accept LGBT. They don't accept homosexual. So once they get to know you, that is a dead, they are going to kill you. So I ran out because of that, to rescue for my life. And most of them, as you're going to hear from them, will ended up in a refugee camp.
Okay, so are all of you from Uganda or only some of you?
Yeah, most of us, we are from Uganda. Others are from Congo, different countries. Yeah, others, but the most of the bigger number is, the majority is from Uganda.
And how long have you been there?
Yeah, starting from 5 years and above. We have been here, me and mom, this is my third year. Others have spent 4 years, others have spent 5, others have 2, yeah, and 6 years here.
And how many LGBTQ people are in the camp that you know of?
We know around 800 people, LGBT, in the camp.
And how many people are in the camp?
It's a bigger number. It's around 250,000 people.
250,000. So it's a big city.
Yeah, it's a big camp. It's a big camp.
And is it a UN camp?
Yeah, it's a UN camp.
And aside from UN peacekeepers, who else is there that's supposed to protect you?
The government of Kenya with the police, for Kenyan police, yeah.
And who were your worst enemies in the camp?
Okay, let this one answer. Hi everyone, this is Juliet, a lesbian from Uganda. I'm a mother. I'm also living in Kakuma refugee camp, and our worst enemy is not only that our fellow refugees. We are having a problem with even Kenyan government, especially the police, who are supposed to give us security, and everyone around, even our fellow refugees, like, yeah, this camp is hosting many people from different countries, but the huge number, the majorities are Sudanese, Somalis, Ugandans, Burundians, Rwandans. Yeah, those are the majority here. But the biggest number is from Sudanese, and the most homophobic refugees we are having here. So we face very many persecutions on a daily basis. Everywhere we are, everywhere we go, if all the services we are supposed to be getting, we are always persecuted there. The security, which is supposed to take care of us, Kenyan government, are homophobic, very homophobic to us. In that some of us, we no longer even report, even if we get mistreated, assaulted, because they are also homophobic. They instead tell us negative things, so we never get help there. And at the food rations where we are supposed to get food, we are also discriminated there. Where we are supposed to get medication in the hospitals, we are also discriminated there. So generally, we are discriminated everywhere in this camp.
So you don't get proper health care? Do you get your food rations?
We don't get any proper medication. But for instance, recently at ration, some few weeks back, we are supposed to have ration center. We are supposed to pick our ration, but instead we are beaten, tear gassed by the Kenyan government, Kenyan police, and we were stoned by our fellow refugees. But when we went there to get treated, because yeah, stones were randomly, so we were beaten. Most of us, over 50 people, were injured by the stones. But when we went to the hospital, what they could provide for us was just Panadol, painkiller. That was all. And the UNHCR released a report that it was just only one person who was injured. So generally, we don't have medical attention here. We don't get treated when we get sick. That's why most of people die, because of the poor medication. We are not being taken care of, especially the LGBTIs. Yeah, because most of the people who are working in those facilities where we are supposed to get medications are our fellow refugees who discriminate us a lot. Like thousands of people are full of in those facilities. They are the ones taking care of those stuff. They give them small training, and they let them start treating people. But they discriminate us. They know us. I don't know how, but everywhere we go, we are discriminated. Even where we are supposed to buy food, shops where we are supposed to buy food, our money is always refused. We go there to buy food, and someone tells you that I can't get that money because it's evil money. We have children here. We
How
have
many,
children.
how many children are in your group?
There are many. I haven't taken that. We haven't taken that chance of counting them, but there are many, many. Yeah, from first marriages, you know, in Uganda, when they realize that maybe you're having this other diverse thing, they force you. So lesbians are having children, but many of them, we are not so sure of the number right now, but we can do that with time. Yeah, but for
And,
this long, for
and
this,
do your children get to go to school?
no, our children don't go to school. When we came here, we tried everything to be in the community like everyone else, but everything fell apart. When they realized that we are gays, they started discriminating us. So the schools where they are supposed to be going, they have to share it with the people, with the children who are neighboring, who knows that we are LGBTI, so they are also discriminated. They are called names, evil. They are called many, many bad words.
So you're living within a community, and you're in a bigger community, and in every aspect, you're pushed further and further away.
Yes, yes, we are in a big community. For instance, right now where we are, most of the neighbors right here are Sudanese, and we are being discriminated, like even water points everywhere. That's the bad situation we are in. So right now we sleep outside, like this community. So most of us, we are sleeping outside because we were attacked and our shelters were burnt down. They were burnt down complete and also. So that resulted into fear. So we fear too much, even if they ask us to give us other shelters, we can't do that because of that fire, we lost our fellow trans man. He died in a fireplace, which happened in 2021. And we've been getting multiple attacks, fire, everything like oversort. We got even our fellow refugees threatening us and telling us that that they are going to burn us alive. And we've reported all this to the authorities, but we have never got justice.
Now, when you try to talk to the United Nations, is there someone there who's supposed to listen to you, or do they just try to stay away from you in respect for the Kenyan government?
Yeah, the thing is, when we try to contact the UNHCR, because that's the head. We came here because of UNHCR. We thought we will get help. But when we call UNHCR about everything we go through, they tell us to go to the police. And the police is Kenyan government. On top of that, we cannot get even any help because for all this long, we are still asylum seekers. For example, me, I've been here for 5 years, but up to now, I'm still an asylum seeker, like even as everyone. So we are not even entitled to any other, we can't even get help from anywhere. Just UN, when you write, we have been writing emails, trying to call, trying to make awareness, but what UNHCR can say is, you are under Kenyan government. Until the Kenyan government gives you the RSD, the eligibility, until we get eligible refugees, that's when we can get help from UNHCR. So literally,
So
right now,
as asylum seekers, you're not even considered refugees.
yes.
So refugee is a step up from an asylum seeker.
Yes. Yeah, when we are granted
refugee status is when we become refugees, and people like you can help us, can claim us, can be of help if we are refugees. But right now, we are still asylum seekers. That's our worry, because right now we don't have even a say. We can't do anything apart from just staying and do nothing. We cannot get any help from anyone until we become refugees.
What would you have to do to get out of Kenya?
Um,
Hello.
Hello?
Yes. My name is Kanare Murunji Paul. It is nice having you on board, and I'm very happy that you have come out for the LGBTQ refugees in Kenya, or in Kakuma refugee camp in particular. What was the question?
The question was, what would you need in order to get out of Kenya?
Okay, the challenge is, just like my sister said, we are registered by the Kenyan government and UNHCR Kenya, and the process of getting out of Kenya, the final process of getting out of Kenya, one has to undergo a refugee process, and you have to become a refugee. And to become a refugee, you have to do refugee status determination interviews. And then from there, you have to undergo resettlement. They send your file to a resettling country, and that country chooses you, then they accept you, then you fly out of that country. But unfortunately, right now, as asylum seekers in Kakuma refugee camp, we all haven't reached that stage yet. And what we need right now to get out of Kenya, for sure, we've done everything, but what we need at the moment is advocacy. We need people out there to beseech or employ UNHCR to at least work on LGBT refugees who are suffering in Kakuma refugee camp, so that we can get out of this place. It is only advocacy. Your word can change.
No. And we understand that, but what we're asking is, if we're going to advocate for you, we have to know what we're advocating for and to whom we have to go to in order to change your status.
No, okay. So as activists or advocates, you have to go through UNHCR and the Kenyan government.
The which government?
The Kenyan government. The government of Kenya.
So the refugee status comes from Kenya, not from the UN.
Yes, it comes from the Kenyan government.
What role, if any, does the UN play?
At the UNHCR always told us that for them, they just advocate for us, but like on our behalf, but we are not seeing that happening. They have not advocated for us because we have been attacked severally, and nothing like protection or advocacy has been done. We are seeing nothing in Kakuma as far as LGBT issues of protection is concerned. Nothing at all.
So, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
To add on what my sister has said, here in Kenya, when you register as asylum seeker, you have to be granted a refugee status after 6 months. Most of us are 3, 4, 5 years here, but we have never granted that refugee status determination. The Kenyan government is supposed to grant us that determination, but it is not, and the time has expired. We have been through a lot of situations, and most of us, our comrades here, have died because of homophobia, have been killed. So, UNHCR, when we try to contact UNHCR and talk about the situation we are going through, all they say is you have to become a refugee first, and then we can give you our international protection or resettle you in a country that you're going to be safe, or take you somewhere else. And what that refugee determination, it has to be given to you by the Kenyan government. Kenyan government is always giving us excuses. that there is a lot of other refugees. They are vulnerable. They are in the pipeline. We do not have opportunities for you right now. A lot. So they are delaying us. We don't know the exact reasons why, but we guess if they are pressurized or contacted by important people, the government, embassies, it can make a change towards our processes. Because honestly, we are dying in this place. We are losing lives. Yeah, we have children that have spent 5-6 years without going to school.
Um,
Hello.
I don't know. Did you not hear?
No.
Are you seeing other asylum seekers that are not part of the LGBTQ community getting status as refugees?
Yes,
Yes,
a lot
yes.
of them.
Yeah, getting
Every day
statuses.
they are helped. They are granted international security, taken to safe places, and yeah, and we are all here just seated and suffering.
And the challenge is a lot of discriminations, even by the like some of the agencies that like work in the camp, because some of them are forcing conventional upon us, and they're saying if we were to if you have to get assisted, we need to change from being LGBT to straights. And we are wondering, how can we change our sexualities? How can I change from being a transgender or a gay person to a straight person? And now this is the person who is going to assist you or to help you, but he is advising you to change your sexuality in order to get assisted. The discrimination is very, very much, and that alone has been attributed to overstay in the camp. Yeah, because other people are being assisted, other LGBT people are being given protection. For instance, we have our LGBT member who was brutally attacked and his eye was plucked out. Moreover, plucked out. Right now, the person is suffering in the slums and there is no protection for him. UNHCR has told him that he has no refugee status, so he cannot get assisted at all. And we are wondering, UNHCR, the organization that is mandated to protect and secure lives of all refugees equally without discrimination, why are they discriminating LGBTQ people in the camp? Why don't they come out and fight for all refugees equally, and as well offer protection to the LGBTQ people? Because this is a place where we have been attacked severally. I myself am partly disabled. I'm partly disabled.
Do you have any relationships with communities in Kenya that are LGBTQ, that are Kenyan community organizations? No, yes, they're in a refugee camp. Yes. But that doesn't mean that they don't have, just like we're on Zoom now. No. That's why I'm.
My daughter works in I work in and but so
They're in
her
one.
question is, are they registered with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees?
Yes.
They have the right to register them, so they already have registered with
That's what they're saying, and there's nothing happening.
they're saying that the
And is asking them to, they said that they can't do anything, and they're saying that they can't do anything until they get refugee status, and the Kenyans won't give them refugee status. Right, no, they won't, but they have to get refugee status, and they're not getting. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Do you know Orem? We can't hear you.
Yes, we don't know a lot about Amnesty International, but what we know is they've been helping us. They have been helping to advocate for our lives.
So Orem has been helping you?
The
Or
only
Amnesty?
help that we see that they have been doing is the advocacy, but they are not even given a voice.
And is that, you said that's Amnesty International?
Yeah, with Amnesty.
The only organization that has been helping us in Kenya is Amnesty International. Orem came in, but unfortunately, it was trying to give us ways of how we can survive in the camp. For example, giving us poultry, poultry, doing making soap and others, so that we can sell them and earn a living and we can live in this community. Most of us here have tried to work, honestly, to work in different facilities, hospitals, schools, because most of the people here of the LGBTI are educated and graduated. But unfortunately, when your gender is exposed, you're not going to sell anything. They are going to ban your business or attack you or do anything bad to you. When you work, even hospitals and the refugees are aware that you are an LGBTI, that is not going to turn out well. The discrimination is going to begin from there. The hate, insults, humiliation, and all of that. We have tried working. Olam has brought in a lot of ideas of how we can survive in the camp, but they have all failed. And our fellow refugees, the LGBTIs, have been trying them, but we have failed everything. Yeah. Amnesty is trying its best to gather the evidence from the ground, and they have gathered a lot, and take reports to UNHCR, but we don't know why UNHCR is not responding to these things.
So your most pressing need right now is first protection, then refugee status, and then to get out.
And evacuation as well, evacuation from this place as well.
We don't care as long as we are taken into safety.
And to add on what Jackie said, right now, organizations have come in to like offer money, but right now we don't need money. What we need right now is the
no one's talking about money. We're talking about what you do need, which is advocacy, safety, refugee status, and then being able to leave.
Exactly.
Yes. To live in a place where we are loved, where we are free to get medication, where children can go to school, where you can live freely with the community.
Without being discriminated or questioned, why are you LGBTI?
Now, is there a place in Africa where you would feel safe?
We honestly don't have any idea about
that. In
that.
Kenya, we don't have any place.
No. What I'm saying is, have you heard of any country in Africa that is welcoming?
No.
Without a question of a doubt, but one of the protections, because there's such a big population.
African culture and tradition does not allow anyone to be gay or lesbian. Most of the African countries are trying their level best to fight the LGBTI community.
And even the Interreligious Council of Kenya last week issued out a statement and said they are imploring all the religions, all the communities to say no to the homosexuality in Kenya. So of course this leaves LGBTI people worried. We are very much worried than ever before. We don't know what we shall we're going to do, because churches unite very many people. So the religious leaders all have come out to condemn homosexuality, and homophobia has increased in Kenya. Our lives are in danger in Kenya. We don't know what you're going to do.
And we cannot go back to
our country. In fact, even some people who come from Uganda, others Rwanda. In Uganda, 3 days ago, even the head of religious leaders, the IRCU, they also issued out a statement and said they are totally against homosexuality. And right now, the fight against homosexuality in Uganda and Kenya is so rampant. This leaves us LGBTQ people, both in Uganda and our countries we come from, and even here as asylum seekers in Kenya, worried because we have nowhere to run to. When we go to UNHCR to report our complaints, the increasing insecurities, we are not being assisted. They're giving us a deaf ear. And that's why we are calling upon the world, like Stonewall you people, to please kindly advocate for our evacuation from this Kakuma refugee camp. Our lives are in danger in Kakuma.
We can share.
What he asked is, have you heard of Jessica Stern, who works at the US State Department as the liaison to the LGBTQ community?
Jessica?
I beg your pardon?
Jessica Stern is a woman who is at the United States State Department for LGBT issues around the world. Have you ever heard that name?
No.
Not yet.
So now the camp is run by the UN. So the people who are in charge of the camp are UN people.
Yes, but they are partners with Kenyan government. They work hand in hand. So, like when you're still asylum seeker, you're still under the Kenyan government, and when you're granted a refugee status determination, that's when you're under UNHCR.
In that Kakuma refugee camp. Right. Yep. Where's that? Okay, they said they've reached out to Jessica. And nothing. I'm not certainly not suggesting that that's the end. Yes, she was the CEO of Outright. Right, but she's not at the State Department. She's at the White House. They do, but she is the White House liaison to the LGBTQ community. Maybe, wait a second, just let me, maybe if you get her, especially now that she's I'm just reading, no, I'm reading this here. Okay, so what would you, so
Yes.
yes. So do me a favor, and so that it's very personal here, can you just go around your group and just tell us your names and how long you've been in the camp?
Okay.
They're all from Uganda. They said them 99%.
This is Juliet Wabule. I've been here for 5 years.
This is Katushave Jackie, aka Katy Cats. I've been here for 3 years.
And this is Shifratus Jeff, and I've been here for 3 years.
Yes. I'm Kanare Murunji Paul. I've been here for 5 years.
Oh, God. How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
36. Thank you.
I'm Manstoni. I've been here for 2 years.
I am Wonge Ronald Joshua. I have been here for 4 years.
I'm Wanji Ali. I've been here for 3 years.
I'm Namwanga Flavia. I've been here for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm Mwanga Salim. I've been here for 2 years.
Hi, this is Adija, but I prefer to call me Ade Adams. I've been here for 5 years.
Hi, this is David. I've been here for 1.5 years.
I'm Shamim Rovet. I'm heading to 6 years.
6.
Hi, I'm Doreen. I'm Doreen. I have been here for 5 years.
Yes. Hi, this is David Kaicha. I've been here for 1.5 years.
Hi, I'm Hanifa. I've been here for 3 years. Yes. Hi, I'm Maria. I've been here for 2 years and a half.
Hello, hi. I'm Martin. I'm here for 5 years.
Hello. Nice meeting you guys. This is Lucretia. I'm in Kenya. I've been here since 2020. I'm going to make 3 years. And we're having lots of hopes in you. Thank you for making this possible.
How often are people coming from Uganda and elsewhere? New people? How often do new people come?
I beg your pardon?
How often do new people come?
We beg your pardon?
How often are new people coming, new LGBTQ people coming to the camp?
I think most of them came early last year, because of the increased homophobia in Uganda. Right now, we don't have any information about the LGBTIs coming in, because at a certain point, UNHCR wanted to close, like registering asylum seekers, especially
So-
LGBTIs.
So they're not letting new people in?
They are, but we are not sure if there are some who are LGBTIs, because we are in the community. Oh, that others are still in the reception center, but they have refused to register them.
So they're stuck in the reception center. They're not even letting them into the camps.
Yes, yeah. They
And
don't want to register them as asylum seekers.
And do you know what happens to them in the reception centers?
Yes.
Can you tell us?
Unless they try their best, their level best to stay in the closet, but which did not happen to us, because we were exposed by the officials who are working in the UNHCR reception center, because we are always divided or differentiated from the other refugees. So they always gave us our own shelters as refugees, LGBTI refugees, called us and lined us in the reception center for something as LGBTI refugees. So that's when we always, when the community, we were exposed to the community.
So the new people are not are not coming out. They're just in the reception area camps and are staying there. And as you said, they're trying to stay closeted.
Yeah, but I don't think when they try their level best to come in contact with us or reach out to us, they're always attacked. Like one of them last week, he was very badly beaten and his leg was broken.
But he's still there. He's not with you.
Right now he's in the hospital, but the medication he's getting is very limited to what he is going through. He's not getting enough.
And in fact, the hospital administration has said they are going to discharge him because there are no medication for his. Yeah, they said the doctors that are working on bones are not available. So they are going to discharge him tomorrow. And he goes back home without medication, without any help. Right now, the person is in the caster, his leg got fractured, around the kneecap. So he's going to be discharged tomorrow. When you approach the hospital matron, she told us right now the doctors working on the bones are not available. So meaning we are going to look for any other alternative to save this person.
So he has really no options.
Yeah, so literally, these new people who are coming in, they are told not to be LGBTIs right from the reception center. They are not registered. They tell them that if you want to be registered, you should register something else, not that case. So literally, I think they're tired of registering the LGBTIs in Kakuma. And those who were brought out recently were taken in other side of the camp, very far away from here. They were taken there and they were told not to mix within the camp because we are bad people. We are going to tell them what it means to be a gay or such stuff. So they are preaching to them not to be gay, to be straight people and register for other things, not LGBTIs. Yeah.
So be closeted and maybe be safe, or be open and be in danger.
Sorry?
Be closeted and maybe be safe, or be open and be in danger.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they teach them to be in closet and they say nothing and be integrated in Kenya. So that's why they tell them to do. They are being intimidated.
So, but they're being integrated into Kenya.
Those people who were recently, like for example, those who came in last year, yeah, late last year, yeah, they were taken somewhere and they are given these houses whereby they encourage them not to mingle with the people in this side who came long ago. So they tell them to be there. They are going to be safe there. They shouldn't come in here in these other refugees, so they will be safe there. They will not be discriminated and all that. So that's their target, is to keep them there, and because they will not say anything if they are kept there and they are Even if you are transgender, they advise you not to wear the way you want. They just want them to be like in a closet, straight. They force you to be straight.
So this is, your camp is one camp of a number of camps in Kenya. There are more camps.
Yeah, there are two camps actually. This is Kakuma refugee camp. If you check on a map, you'll see another camp. It's called Dadaab. Yeah, but Kakuma is the second largest camp in the world.
And in the other camp, is there also an LGBTQ population?
No, I think Dadaab doesn't have LGBTIs because it's near Somali, so there are a lot of conflicts there. You know, Somalis are this terrorist thing. It's almost like they are not LGBTIs are not taken there. Most of the refugees there are Somalis, other stuff.
So so in the camp that's closer to Somalia, if there was any LGBTQIA people there, they would be in as much danger as you are.
Of course, yeah. And for Somalis, when they realize that Somali is an LGBTI, they just kill you immediately. Yeah, even here, we are having Somalis who are LGBTIs, but they are very, very, very careful because sometimes they hide and come to us and tell us that if their people knows that they are LGBTIs, they will be killed immediately.
So
they are being careful.
So there's some in your camp, but they're not out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Beg
what
your
I'm
pardon?
asking.
We beg your pardon?
I said, so the Somalis that are in your camp that are LGBTQ are closeted.
The Somalis who are LGBTI, like some of them have run away from the camp because they are targeted by the fellow Somalis. Yes, they're targeted by the fellow Somalis, and they are easily attacked because their tradition don't allow homosexuality, just like we who are non-Somalis.
But some of them even of recent were joining us in speaking out, advocating for ourselves, and asking for our rights, because even where they are going through hate, discrimination, and others. So they were joining like their family to fight for their rights. So they are not really safe where they are.
So nobody is safe, but they're less safe.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Yeah.
Right. Nobody is safe. Well, except for that, what they're saying is that even there, if you're Somali, then you're dead. It's sure it is.
Another thing is, UNHCR said we should like hide, stay in the closet, and try to live with the community. Honestly, we tried that because we also want to be safe. We don't want to always be in danger, to put our lives in danger. Transgenders don't wear like transgenders, but try their level best to hide what they are. But unfortunately, the community is already aware of what we are. You find a transgender moving to a hospital or to a food distribution center and is attacked by a group of Sudanese and undressed because they want to see what is that,
are you really a man or a woman? So they always ask those questions, like you people, you're LGBT. How do you feel? Are you really men? Are you women? Why do you force yourself, like, like why do you behave like devils? So you always ask such questions. And of recent they said LGBT people in Kakuma, we are the agents of COVID-19. So we are persecuted, we are victimized, and they're calling us devils that we are the one causing drought in Turkana area in Kakuma. So of course this leaves us worried. Of course that goes with beatings, of course they do beat us. And this is not only by the fellow refugees, but by the host community as well.
I and Jackie are victims to a certain attack. We were moving, four of us, for lesbians, and one of the lesbians had like beards. She is the body is of a woman, but she has beards. So on our way, we were going to places where we charge our phones. So on our way, we were surrounded by a group of very many South Sudanese, and they started asking, "Are you a man or a woman? Why do you have beards and you have breasts? We want to see what is inside your dress." We tried screaming, fighting them, but there were very many. Unfortunately, they had machetes because they move with machetes in their trousers. They removed them and started tearing our clothes. We were beaten, undressed, humiliated. We tried our level best to scream, but as we screamed, the louder we screamed, the more men gathered, the more they gathered and beat us. Unfortunately, we had a sound of a vehicle that was coming. So they scattered and ran away. That's when we got up and ran very fast to where we live. I myself did not get to where we live, but I fainted on the way because I was in fear. And we ran while we were undressed. The hospital, yeah, the camp has ambulances. Our fellows here tried to call the police and the hospital to come and rescue us because I was cut in the back. I do have a scar.
This here, a very big scar. It's a very big scar. Yeah.
I was cut. Jackie was cut. And we were supposed to get medical attention. But unfortunately, no one came for our rescue. Not the police and not the hospital. The following day, we went to a police station to report what had happened to us. But we were really sad. A police officer who UNHCR is saying that they have to protect us, said that recording our statement, he would have done a very bad thing to his country because his country does not allow LGBTIs. What he told us was, all I can tell you right now is get out of the police station and go back to where you came from. Our case was not recorded, it was not investigated, and neither did we get medical attention from the UNHCR. We don't have evidence, pictures of what happened to us and how we were treated by a gang of men. We still live in trauma, fear. I cannot move anywhere apart from our compound because of the trauma that I have. Whenever I see someone like that, another refugee apart from the LGBTI, I'm always scared. I do get nightmares. I don't sleep because of what happened to me. I did not get counseling from the UNHCR. But it's not me only. Of or Jackie, who are victims of such a things. But very many of us, lesbians, have been raped, and some have got HIV right now because they are raped. And we do not get justice for what always happens to us.
One of our sister had a baby, and those days it was very hard. So we tried. We went to UNHCR to seek for at least protection for some few days. But instead, the police tear gassed us and beat us very, very badly. And that what happened is the loss of that baby. This baby.
She died.
That baby died, and she has never got justice. They told her that UNHCR will come and help her. They wrote on their wall that they will come and help the mother and the remaining children. But up to now, they have never even called her to ask how she's handling things. Those people died. This one here, this is Trinidad. He died. He was set on fire. Here, right here where I'm seated right now. And he died. But up to today, no justice has ever done. We've lost many people, not just those ones. We've lost like 5 people here in this place. In the period of 2.5 years, but UNHCR is giving us the ear. Up to now, we don't have refugee status so that we can get help from our friends who are out there, who are yearning to help us. But until we have refugee status is when we can get help. So literally, UNHCR is not doing its mandate. We are so angry. We tried to move out of this camp. We got tired some few months back, and we wanted to walk out of this camp and maybe go somewhere else, very far away. Maybe go to other countries, maybe because of too much trauma we go through here. But when we started walking, the Kenyan police came and they beat us with these big sticks. And they beat us and they tear gassed us, and over 20 people were taken in prison. For us moving out, we've been trying our level best to get at least something that we can get help. Like if we got at least, if we are refugees, if you are a refugee, there are people whom we talk with, like you people, who can say that this person has really suffered. I can sponsor her or him to get to safety. But they haven't done that. So we don't know. We don't know what to do anymore. So right now, what I can say, what I can tell you right now is that if there is anything in your power, if you can write to NHCR, write to the White House, write to everyone who can. You can write to Geneva, to Filippo Grandi, to embassies in your countries about this situation going on in Kakuma refugee camp. By our LGBTIs, if you can only do that, it will be good for us because we don't know. We can't predict what can happen even today when we are done with this
Zoom here.
And it's really very sad. And and what makes it more sad is that UNHCR comes out, issue statement, and they say they are protecting LGBT refugees, that all the camp clinics are very, they all have drug, they all have security around, which is totally false. We are very much disturbed by UNHCR reports they put on social media that, the camp is safe, LGBT people are being protected, which is totally false. Of course, we are a vulnerable group. We don't have the power. We don't have the voice. But every day, we go through a lot of tortures in this camp. Every day, people are traumatized in Kakuma refugee camp, LGBTQ people. The lesbians are being raped in open daylight. The officials are very homophobic to us. They are preaching conversion therapy. They are saying that we need to change from being gay to straight in order to get assisted. We don't know how we are going to do that, you people. If you have the means, if you have the power, please just help us. That's what you can just request you kindly, please. We've suffered enough in Kakuma. I myself, I was brutally beaten and pushed into a long ditch. My bones in the right leg got broken and dislocated, and to date, I've never received justice. UNHCR always tells us we cannot get protected here because you're still in the hands of Kenyan government. And yet other refugees who are non-LGBTI are being protected. We are seeing planes every day are coming to Kakuma camp to pick those people, and they're being flown abroad to get treatment, I just don't know LGBT people. What crime did we do? There are people here who are scars in their heads. I myself right now, I cannot hear using the left ear. I was started with sticks inside my left ear. I cannot hear using this ear. UNHCR is aware of all these challenges, but they come out to tell the world that things are very okay in Kakuma refugee camp. Things are very, very okay with everyone, and yet we are suffering in this camp. And that's why we're calling upon you, advocacy, kindly, please. That's what you can do for us. Kindly advocate for all LGBT refugees, and we get evacuated from this place. I know they can listen when a voice comes out from above, maybe. Things are very tough for us. A lot of attacks every day, every now and then, are going through a lot of attacks. A lot of trauma. People are suffering in Kakuma refugee camp, you people. If you can send an investigative person to come and investigate the situation, you people, you can cry. They cannot, people are suffering in Kakuma. Even when you try to report to UNHCR, they just ignore you and they say, okay, write an email and leave it to us. We shall follow up. But nothing like protection is being given to LGBT refugees. Whereas other refugees who are non-LGBTI, they're flying every day. IOM is filled with people who are non-LGBTI and flying out. People have come in 2019, 2020. They're flying out. LGBTQ people are being left in this camp, and they're preaching integration. They want us to integrate forcefully in Kenya. Let me report to that. They want us to forcefully integrate, and yet, and the place we're integrating from, we are getting sliced. We are getting beaten up every now and then. Even at food distribution centers, we are being beaten with stones in front of police officers, and nothing is being done. Even when we record these instances and give them to UNHCR as evidences, they are not doing anything. And they're saying we're not allowed to record anything. Please don't record because they're going to expose us. When you go to police reports, they always tell us that, you know what, you always record us and send your videos to people to question us. And now you can send more videos and see whether they will help you. That is the trauma you're facing. Those are the injustices LGBTQ people are facing in Kakuma refugee camp under UNHCR watch. No one's coming to help us. People want to commit suicide in this place. Already 2 people committed suicide in Kenya, LGBT refugees, as a result of frustration.
How often do you get food distribution?
We get food distribution monthly, like once a month, and we get only 2 kilograms of maize in a month.
So are you attacked every time there's a food distribution or just sometimes?
Most times when you go to pick our food ration, we are attacked along the way and when you're coming back. Because we move in the group for our safety, we're always attacked.
So even just getting the basics is a danger.
It's a danger. We cannot even like going to the shops. Some of the Somali people, they say, no, that's haram. We cannot sell for like you goods because you people are homosexuals. According to our Sharia laws, the Quran, we are not allowed to sell to homosexuals. You're called devils.
So how much Sharia law is in the camps?
I beg your pardon?
How much Sharia law is in the camps?
Sharia law is amongst certain communities who are Muslims, like Somali and some Sudanese who are Muslims, but it is not a law in the camp.
So everything is a problem. Okay, we know what we need to do. We know what you've asked us to do. And my suggestion is that we stay in touch online, and as we organize ourselves here, we will get back to you and tell you what we're doing, and you keep letting us know what's happening there. And let's see how together we can try as a unified team to try and make a positive change for you as best as we can, knowing that it's not going to be easy on our side or on your side.
Exactly.
So
we are humbled. We are humbled.
well, so I think that you've been less humbled by this than we have been. You know, as much as you know, or as much as you think you know, when you hear it from the people that it's happening to, it's a much different experience.
I have fears inside and outside. I will do my very best in your situation.
Oh.
So thank you very much for sharing. Like I said, stay in touch online. I know that you will. And let's see what we can all do together. If you have suggestions of who we should reach out to, or what organizations you want us to reach out to, others than what we discussed today, let me know, and I will share it with the people that are here. And we will do everything that we can. We'll start writing letters and emails as soon as we can, some of us probably today.
Thank you so much. Our suggestion, at least a suggestion, we would at least like help us and reach out to the United Nations Geneva, Filippo Grandi's office. That's one. Number two, to the Biden administration, at least because we hear America respects the rights of LGBT people and they help. In fact, America funds the government of Kenya. So at least if they can employ the Kenyan government to help LGBT people by being evacuated from this place, the better. The Biden administration is number two. And then number three, yes, relation to the Kenyan government, through the office of the president, and also to the embassies, so that they can at least help the LGBTQ refugees in Kakuma refugee camp, all the LGBT refugees. And also the UNHCR. Yeah. The UNHCR.
Hello there. As you've heard our comrades speak about their suggestions, as for me, I don't know what I can suggest, but I know you have the best because I know you know better than we know. As for me, as I came here, I didn't know any other organization. I didn't even know UNHCR, but I was just running for my help. I was running for my rescue. So if you help me in each and every way that you can, I'll be very grateful.
Help us kindly.
Just help us in each and every way that you can, because these people have made us get stuck in this place. They just want us to die slowly. It is like they are fighting a disease. It is like they are fighting LGBTI. Through even the UNHCR that I even expect to get help, we're not getting any help because we explain each and everything that we go through, but we are receiving no help. So if you just do anything, just do anything that you can for our help, please. That is all I can request as me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay,
family.
so we will speak to you soon. Stay in touch online and we'll be back to you as quickly as we can. But if anything happens on your side, please let me know.
Oh, okay, dear family. Thank you so much. We very much appreciate this time you've given us, and we very much thank you for this opportunity for coming out to talk to us as LGBTQ refugees in Kakuma. And please let's continue keeping
Okay,
in touch.
one second. What?
How do you pay for the cost of this call? Do you need to buy units for your phone? Who paid for the call?
Who paid for your call? Or did,
How much money did it cost you to be online for an hour?
can you, how much money did it cost to be online?
Oh my God. Okay, as all as people just share Wi-Fi with each other, maybe like there is maybe some little cash, maybe someone has the wires that's on Wi-Fi, then we share that Wi-Fi together.
Do you know how much it costs?
We are not specific. We don't know the expense exactly, but it needs maybe time to see what it has costed.
It has costed.
Okay, if you find out what your cost is for internet, let us know, please.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, family. Thank you so much. It has really been nice talking to you people.
Have a good night, a safe
Have a
night.
good day. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We love you so much.
We love
Thank you. Thank you, people.
Okay, bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
That's what said.